Hello students, today I am going to discuss about the goods and services tax. This is a new type of tax and it was implemented in on 1st July 2017. What is goods and services tax? Goods and services tax is a single tax imposed on the supply and consumption of goods and services within India. Now I am going to discuss about the multi-stage. How this GST is imposed on the goods and services. Suppose buying raw materials, then that materials is sent to the manufacturer. Manufacturer send the good to the then manufacturer sell to the wholesaler, then wholesaler sell the goods to the retailers, then the final sale to the consumers. Now on every stage a type of tax is imposed, that is the GST. What is value additions? GST is imposed on monetary value added at each stage to reach the final stage to the consumers. For examples, raw materials, cotton fiber plus dye plus other raw materials converted to the cloth, then value, there is a value additions, means GST is imposed. Cloth sent to the wholesaler, then there is a value additions. Wholesaler sent the cloth to the retailer, then a tax is taken, that is called the value additions. Now I am going to discuss the different types of sales. There are two types of sales. One is called the intra-state sales. If the goods and services are provided within the same state, then both central goods and services tax and state goods and services tax would be applicable. And these two taxes are equally divided between the two. Now what is interstate sales? If the goods are produced in one state and sold in another, then the integrated goods and services tax would be applicable on the transactions. If the goods are produced in one state and sold in another state, then there is another type of tax called the integrated goods and services tax is applicable on the transactions. Now, what are the different types of GST? There are three types of GST. One is state goods and services tax. In short, it is called SGST. This tax is collected by the state government on an intra-state sales. That means transaction within the state. If the goods are produced in the same state and sold in the same state, that is called intra-state sales. Okay. Now what is central goods and services tax? In short form, it is called CGST. This tax is collected by the central government on an intra-state sales. Intra-state sales means transaction within the state. Now I am going to discuss the third type of tax. It is called integrated goods and services tax. In short, it is called IGST. This tax is collected by the central government for interstate sales. This tax is the only tax which is collected by the central government for the interstate sales. Interstate sales means if the good is produced, if the goods are produced in one state and sold in another state, that is called intra-state sales. Now I am going to discuss the two types of tax, that is input GST and output GST for the registered dealers. What is input GST? It is the tax which is paid on the purchase of goods and services. That is the input GST. Output GST is collected on sale of goods and services. Okay. Now I am going to discuss what are the different advantages of the GST. Why this GST tax is applicable throughout the country instead of other taxes. There are different advantages that I am going to discuss. What are the different advantages? Number one, GST eliminates other indirect taxes. There is a uniformity in the GST. What is the uniformity? Uniform tax law and rate throughout the country is helpful in the local and global market. Point number 3, simplicity. There is a simplicity in the GST. What is simplicity? Simplicity replaced the existing complex and multiple indirect taxes in the nations. There is a transparency. What is transparency? Because of its transparent character, it will be easier to administer. Number 5, the GST has created a harmonious tax administration between the center and the state levels. Number 6, puts India at par with other countries in the global market. Number 7, reduces tax evasion. What is tax evasion? Each taxpayer registered under GST files GST return electronically for every transaction of purchase and sale. So this is all about the different advantages of the GST. Now see one example related to the GST calculation. A shopkeeper buys a Braille typewriter for rupees 40,000 and sells it to a consumer for rupees 45,000. If the rate of GST is 5%, find the GST paid by the shopkeeper to the government. So at first I have to find out the GST paid on purchase of goods. Means what is the amount of GST paid on purchase of goods by the shopkeeper? Is rupees what? 40,000 into 500 is 42,000. Now the GST collected on sale of the typewriter is what? Rupees 45,000 into 5 by 100. So it is 2,250 rupees. Now the GST paid by the shopkeeper to the government is rupees 2,250 minus 2,000 is 250 rupees. Okay. Now friend, see another example based on GST. A dealer buys almonds for rupees 750 and sells it at profit of 20%. If the rate of GST is 12%, find the CGST and SGST deposited by him with the government. So I have to find out the selling price of the almonds for the dealer. Selling price is 120 by 100 into 750, because he is selling the goods at a profit of 20%, so it will be the selling price will be 120 divided by 100 into 750. This will be equal to 900. Now I have to find out the CGST paid by the dealer for the almond. It is 750 into 6 by 100. It will be 750 into 6 by 100. So it is equal to 45. Now SGST paid on the purchase of almond is 750 into 6 by 100. It is 45. Now the CGST collected by the dealer on sale of the almond is rupees 900. 900 is the selling price of the almond. 900 into 6 by 100, it is 54. SGST collected on sale of the almond is rupees 900 into 6 by 100, it is 54. So the SGST paid by the dealer to the government is rupees 54 minus 45 is rupees 9. And similarly, CGST paid by the dealer with the government is rupees 54 minus 45 is equal to rupees 9. Okay. So friend, if you have any doubts, please write in the comment and please subscribe this channel. So I will make more videos related to the GST. Thank you.